Afro dance, Afro dance, Afro dance, Afro dance, do the Afro dance. Shake it Afro, every Afro on planet.
Shake your afro and do the Afro dance. Yeah. Shake your afro, every Afro on planet. Shake your afro, come on baby, do the Afro dance. Do it, do it, do it. Do the Afro dance, do it, do it, do it. Do the Afro dance, 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 dance.
Amazing. Amazing. Right. Wonderful day to be at work today.
This is a great day. Valentine's Day is coming up here at BRIC House. We're celebrating that lovers' holiday with a special musical performance. Appearing right here on February 14th will be Les Nubians, the Grammy-nominated singing duo who are Brooklynites by way of the nation of Cameroon and the city of Paris. Here with us are Helene Faussart.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. I'm so happy you're here. And Celia Faussart. Thank you.
Bienvenue à BK Lab, la mademoiselle.
Thank you so
You're
much.
definitely welcome. So happy to have you guys with us and a little musical serenade to bring the segment up. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, that is my good karma coming back around, because I told you guys this story, but I was trying to see them in the summer perform at Celebrate Brooklyn. I'm in the car with my girlfriend Tamiza. We can't find a parking space. Long story short, I didn't get to see the whole performance. And I was disappointed. But now, look at me now.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Good vibes,
good
good
living.
karma, and a good lesson to not drive.
To celebrate.
To celebrate Brooklyn.
Yes, exactly.
Huge
Celebrate
popular event.
Brooklyn.
Take mass transit on that day.
Indeed.
So-
Learned my lesson.
It
So
was a very beautiful show at Celebrate Brooklyn. Really, BRIC come up with a great programmation. And the first time when I came to Brooklyn, a friend, brought me to Prospect Park for Celebrate Brooklyn, and I was like, I think I've seen KRS-One years ago. I was like, it's so cool, I want to do this festival too. And here we are, years after, playing Celebrate Brooklyn. It was really a beautiful moment.
yeah, it was.
You've now settled in Brooklyn, right?
Yes.
What about the feel of Brooklyn that made you guys feel like this was home for you now?
Well, I love Brooklyn. I mean, our brother Talib Kweli definitely participated in, introducing Brooklyn to us back in the days. That's like in the late 90s, I'm talking. And Brooklyn seemed like that natural hub for artistry. Like there were so many artist friends that were living, around, and I like the vibe and the fact that it was like, closer to a village size, which is definitely more type of, kind of European feel. You can ride your bike everywhere almost, in Brooklyn. And it's just, I love it, I wouldn't change it right now, wouldn't trade it. I don't know if I'm a Brooklynite yet, because it's been only like 3 years, but I love it. And I love Stuyvesant Heights, I have to say.
Okay.
I feel like a Brooklynite.
Okay.
I'm close to entering my 7th year, and I really love it. My kids has been to school here.
Nice.
I love the feel. She talked about like being a little village, feeling like a community life. I love the fact that elders go on their stoop and they know which kids belong to the block, and I felt very comfortable when I came with little people here, coming from far, having elders, knowing where those little people belong to. Love that.
It's like once Brooklyn gets in your blood, it's not,
there.
it's there. It doesn't go anywhere. But let's talk about your performance upcoming here at the BRIC House. I'm excited. Are you guys excited?
Totally.
Okay, good.
Totally, because it's going to be first a multi-art performance, which is for us very important. Being in Paris, because it was our, I would say, home city, we could have those relationships with other artists from other fields, whether it was like, art graphism or painting or designers or,
Dance.
and all those people were at hand because it was our hub, But luckily enough, now that we're Brooklynite, we could recreate for ourselves also that community of artists and that new family. So we'll be very happy to invite, for example, someone who's so talented, Chantel Martin. She's an graphic artist, live video. My sister will be describing her.
She's She's a graphic artist, so she draw everywhere she can, walls, clothes, etc. And she has this beautiful technique for projection where she can create live and project
The live art as
the
she's
live art
creating it, is that
action.
it?
Wow.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
So we'll have amazing photographers, friends of ours who will be participating also, you know, feeding the show with amazing images. The musician, the band is just, you know, that's our family since
Yes.
3 years now. It's just an amazing band. And I would say that relationship that we're building with BRIC and that, you know, trusted us since Prospect Park, and that ability to, put a special show for Valentine with a special repertoire. And French being a romantic language, I guess will create that romanticism
Right.
in the room, and we invite everyone to come and enjoy and, you know,
I'm sure that's
with
going to
us.
be hot. It can't but be hot.
Are you
gonna be
going?
full
Are
of
you thinking about
I'm
going?
trying to be there.
I need a date.
I need a date.
Okay.
Okay.
So we may
I'll
go.
talk after the show.
Right here, you ladies started
Live
this.
and direct.
Right.
You know what? You can always find a date on a Les Nubians show, because
That's
I can
true.
say that all the most beautiful ladies in Brooklyn and
And
plus
men.
There you go.
and plus
And men.
are going to be there, and all the beautiful men of the 5 boroughs might be around.
Okay.
It's a gathering of beautiful spirits, so
Okay.
just come celebrate
always
love
is.
with us.
Yes, it is. When they're around, it is beautiful. The vibe
It
is
is.
good.
It is
The
wonderful
vibe
in here,
good.
isn't it?
Yeah, but what I really want to talk about is a song that I love, the Afro dance song. Let's talk about what was your inspiration for that. Today I got it all tied up, but that love-hate relationship we were talking about with our hair, what inspired you to write that song?
Our life, I
Okay.
would say. Our mother was a very natural woman, African woman, a vegetarian all her life, and about natural product, natural hair. Our aunt was something different. She was that African woman, super funky, who had Cleopatra Jones, you know, as a reference, and who basically opened the first African-American hair salon in France in the late 70s.
Okay.
Meaning that she had the technique of the jerk curl and, you know,
was doing the
and,
jerk
relaxers and all of that. So imagine us growing up in between, like our mom, who's like plaiting hair, you know, braid your hair, no chemicals, no relaxers, and you want to have, you know, those long hair, and
Right.
and one day you ask your aunt, you cry to your aunt, Auntie, please, I want to relax my hair, and she does it.
Oh my God.
My mom didn't speak to my aunt for 2 years after this, just so you know how serious it was.
Okay.
So love-hate relationship, yeah, see, it's going up to the sisters who decided not to speak to each other because of such a matter. So we definitely felt like natural was the way. Natural is beautiful. We defend that in Les Nubians
Since day one.
since the beginning.
Yes.
Since day one, we've been part of the high speaker of natural is beautiful.
Yes.
Wear your crown out, wear your crown natural, wear your crown sculpt it,
Yes.
make it as beautiful as we are, queens and princesses. So, and kings too.
Yes.
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 And
We
there's-
have to encourage.
Well, I don't have that issue clearly, but
Completely. That's the beauty of it. But it's such an important thing. I'm so happy that we can look back and say that 15 years after, it is still in every mouth and ears, and it's still in the consciousness of our people, and that it's growing, it's growing, it's growing.
Even Prince got his afro back.
Exactly.
Right.
Got his afro
Oh, right,
back.
right.
Come on,
That's when you
like,
know. Exactly.
Right, when Prince brings it back.
Exactly.
But you mentioned that, or rather you've done interviews where you said kind of growing up it was harder, you didn't have access to products that would either support natural hair, and that you
Also.
really had to make a distinction between what I want and what I need. And now it's gotten a lot easier. Companies like Carol's Daughter that kind of made their
and
style.
buy online.
Okay.
New organics.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
Love
No,
it.
that's, I was a huge client of Carol's Daughter back in the days. I remember taking my train, actually. See, Talib Kweli would accompany me to Carol's Daughters back in the day because I didn't know Brooklyn.
Wow,
And he
okay.
would walk me to Carol's Daughter for me to get my product and fly back in France. But my mom has, that natural love with product and with shea butter. And she would have that shea butter, you know, brought back by her friends from Africa, and then she would, like, you know, melt it and take care of it so we would use it. And as a kid, you know, I hated the smell of it. I hated the texture. And when I got pregnant from my daughter, she reminded me, Helen, use the shea butter. I was like, yeah, but again, I don't like the texture and the smell. So I started working with it, following my mother's recipe, but then adding my little twist in it. And it's been 12 years now, and it's really a passion, something that I did, for myself first, and that I started sharing with friends and with family. And a friend of mine who has a shop told me, well, you should, do more jars, and it's sold like this. And I was like, oh, maybe actually some people are interested in what I do. So I developed more formulas, and I'm definitely.
So now
I got.
line.
Now
You
you have
know
a
what?
line.
I got sample
Okay, we'll get to the samples.
for
Need it,
you
natural
guys.
girl.
But it adds to what you guys do, right? The
Yeah.
show you're doing here, the hair care line. What is next for you ladies?
Wow.
Oh, there's plenty. I'm doing also from time to time, as I'm here, a cabaret show that helps, inviting new artists with I meet here in the city, and just do storytelling and music. What is next? New music with Les Nubians,
say,
new
new
shows,
albums.
new
More
albums,
shows, more
Okay.
music.
more music.
Some remixes, a new video releasing very soon,
Yes.
which is a very important song for us because of what's happening in France lately and the rise of racism in our country, unfortunately. So it's very, again, Les Nubians being artivist and standing for what we believe in. And more endeavors. I love writing. There'll be more
But
writing.
the most immediate, right?
Shows.
February 14th.
February
Everyone can
14th.
come here
Right here,
to
Black
the
House.
Brick House. So we're looking forward to that and hope you guys come on down.